So we are now here, and it is 5:30, so I'm going to call this meeting to order. And Megan, are you going to call roll?
Yep. So we've got Linda,
Here.
Terry, Scott,
Here.
absent, and Joe can see.
Yes. Okay, and then we've got approval of the minutes from the meeting held on 11/20. So if you guys would like to read over that.
I move that we approve the minutes from the meeting from November 21st.
I'll second.
All those in, well, I guess, Terry,
Aye.
Melinda,
Aye.
Scott.
Okay, and then the next thing is
Sorry.
the beautiful music. The next thing is item 4 is the November financials. Did you guys have a chance to look those over? And Steve, did you have anything if you wanted to tell us about those?
I think you're said okay. I mean, it's only $300 in the hole right now, and that's fine until this next tax stuff coming in, which should be fine.
Okay. You guys have any questions? I have a question on the next thing. That's financial, but not on this one.
We have a motion for approval of financials?
Okay.
I'll move to approve the November financials for 2024.
And a second?
Did you say second, or did you ask for a
No,
second?
I said, is there a second? I'm the chair, I don't think I'm
Oh,
supposed
Yeah,
okay.
she can't do that. It's Terry.
Oh, so,
to. It has to be Terry,
okay.
when she's ready.
Second.
All right, Terry,
Aye.
Melinda,
Aye.
Scott.
Aye.
Okay, and the next item on the agenda is the hotel tax report for November. So I had a question on this, and I think I know the answer, but I'm just confirming. So October was like 21,000. November is 98.43. Is that just because some people pay it at the end of the quarter?
It is.
Okay.
What's weird is some hotels pay every month,
Right.
and some pay quarterly.
Okay.
So it's hard to say that thing is going to be the same every month.
Right.
Because it's
not consistent. Yeah.
It's not
Okay.
consistent.
That's
So-
what I thought it was. That's why I thought it was a difference, but I just wanted to ask.
That's because some pay quarterly, some pay monthly. So,
Also, homecoming was that weekend, and that was a big, big.
yeah, that helped. I mean, homecoming and the car show
Helped it to be, yeah.
helped that period to be larger.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
which is a good sign. I mean, that's a good sign that those two events help.
Yes.
Now that's, if they pay in the quarterly, that's just gonna show up in that month.
That month they pay,
So we
but
wouldn't be
it's-
able to tell
What
what
the last
money,
3
if
months
there's
it was.
which month
Right.
going back.
So it's
Yeah.
it's kind of hard to tell.
Yeah.
But the Oklahoma Tax Commission doesn't give us a report on which
As I stated.
which
No, they don't
hotels,
break it down by month.
They don't
or
either.
which hotels.
I say you might be able to find that out.
Are they? Are they? I mean, are they all paying? Like.
They are.
Okay.
They're paying.
Okay. So
It'd be good to know what was coming out each month.
yeah.
I can ask Sandy
We can.
to look into that.
Yeah. And there may be a sort that they can do to figure that
They
out.
might be
So.
able to.
And when I log in to pay, it is strongly encouraged that you pay monthly.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the way it's set up, so,
Yeah, that's what OTC wants is for you to pay monthly.
yes.
Yeah. So that way there's a consistent.
And we're having, since we were collecting quarterly before that as a city, it's hard to break
Hard
them.
to break.
Yeah, get everybody on board.
Have it,
Yeah.
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 Well, and I mean,
But it will, I'm
but
sure.
like July was 9,600.
And that's kind of the
August
average.
was
Seems like the
11,000. Then September was almost 8,000, and then this one's 9,800. So I mean, that's kind of in the same.
That's kind of
ballpark, you know?
consistent, is what it seems like to
Yeah.
me. I mean, since I've been here, that seems the consistent amount. Every time I report on it,
Right.
it's about $9,800 or $10,000,
Yeah.
right in that area.
Okay.
Probably start seeing a little bit of a jump here with the arena construction starting.
Yeah, I think so.
We should, yeah, with those construction companies coming in, yeah,
Yeah, we'll start
Yeah.
seeing
And
that.
the rate change.
yeah, that's a good point.
So, okay, I don't think we need action on that, right? We just have.
We do, because it's discussion and action.
this-
No, I'm sorry, no.
No, it was just a report.
I'm sorry, no.
So then we're down to number 6, which is.
Do you guys have any, before you move on,
Oh,
I'm
sorry.
sorry, Linda. Reports from staff, you guys have any questions? Oh,
Last month's
Sorry,
minutes did
can't
say
talk.
that there was a request for a comparison for,
We got that.
okay.
Yeah.
So
okay.
we sent
Is
that
there
out.
anything else you
Right
guys have
after.
questions about from the city
I don't
on
have.
reports from staff?
I just want to say good job on the pool. It's coming along.
And we drove by there, it looks amazing.
It's amazing.
It is, but
So-
our problem is funding for the bathhouse,
Yeah, I know.
so.
But I'm just saying what you got done is spectacular.
I think the slides going up lets the town see that there's a lot going on down there and it's actually coming along, you
I
know?
was surprised to see the slides going up before the foundation concrete was even poured yet.
Well, they had to put the slides up before they could pour the,
To bury him in
Slab.
there.
what do you call it, not the slides, the deck. Because they had the footings for the
Right.
slides and they're gonna pour the deck around those footings, so.
I figured the footings were already there, so.
Yeah, they had to pour the footings, mount the slides and then
And then put
pour
it,
the deck. So, the deck's going in next, that's gonna be like the next 2 weeks,
Oh, wow, that's
Yeah.
exciting.
so.
Then you'll be able to really see when you drive by.
They will,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's really cool. So anyway, I just wanted to say good job on that. So, okay, number 6, discussion and action on the bull battle application. And Justin, thank you for joining us again.
Yeah,
We
good for
really
you.
appreciate the work that you've done on this.
Yeah, yeah.
This month, I think you would say you spent some time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. We did a little discussing and getting things figured out.
So, so you want to tell us about the adjustments that you made on the application?
As requested, what I did is I went in and added all of the entry fees from all the bull teams, the bull riders, and the youth that will be coming in that weekend all over onto the revenue side. It is also shown in the expense column through their payout. And I believe that was the main thing to have fixed and adjusted. And I guess instead of just listing the 35 requested in the expenses, I actually listed them out as contract labor in the arena and back pins in the expense column as well.
So, I do have a question.
Mm-hmm.
So you have 35,000 as the part that we're gonna vote on here in a minute, listed on here. And then, you don't have other sponsorships listed on your revenue. Will you have other sponsorships? Are there,
The sponsorships / donations in the revenue
yeah, because you just
column.
have 35,000 written down there.
Yes. So last year, the exact number we raised last year was $35,750.
Okay.
So I just put rounded it down, I guess. So 35,000 is what we raised last year. Of course, we hope that goes up every year, but it fluctuates from year to year.
So that does not include the 35,000 that you requested from the tourism committee?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, those are like two different things.
Yeah, they're two different things. Okay, I just wanted to confirm
Yes,
that.
Thank you.
Yes. It looks to me like the amount you're gonna need for this event is like 23,750.
That's you're gonna break even.
So you can break even.
Yeah, because with your requested amount, it's gonna be 12,000 in the black. If you have 82,000 in that, your total revenue and your expenses, you're gonna end up with ours, if we contribute 35,000, you'll end up well in
In the black. Yeah.
black. We've had that.
So that
discussion
is
before.
never ever once happened. This event. So I had a pretty long discussion with Sadie the other day about this. This show, we start over from zero pretty much every year. This past year, I think we had $3,000 left in, and that was because we're able to hold some of those sponsorships. We sell this event as a multi-event advertising package. They get 2 events for the price of 1 because we put on a golf tournament later in the year. So some of that money rolls over to the golf tournament. Not all of it goes towards this bull riding. So what we had sitting in the account was what we had set aside for the golf tournament. In years past, prior to that, we've had to go out and sell more golf hole sponsorships or etc. in order to make sure that that event takes place. Now, this expense column here, this is still not 100%, and it won't be 100% until the week of, even days before.
Right, I mean, I understand it's an estimate, I just wanted to
Yeah.
make sure we understood,
Yeah,
so.
but last year was the first time that we've had that much money positive for this event, and it just varies every year. Our contract personnel, just like anybody or any other service that we all have to deal with, their prices go up every year, little by little. So we have to make those adjustments, and this event is hard to make money, and it's not our sole purpose when what we're after.
Right.
We're after something to do in town,
Right, and it's a great event.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think there's any question from any of us that we think this is a great event. We're just trying to get the money right.
Yeah.
So Mike, and I don't have a dog in this fight, I don't have a vote, but I do have an obligation to protect the taxpayers' dollars. So are you saying that extra money out of that $35,000 is going to fund the golf tournament?
So $35,000 that we raised last year, there is a percentage, and we have it. I can provide you with the sponsor package if I need to show how it breaks down. But a percentage of each sponsor package goes towards that golf tournament.
I think here's where everybody's hung up, okay? Off what you've requested of $35,000, all right, and what you're showing me negative here of $23,750, you're coming out $11,250 ahead. I think the committee's question is, what's that $11,250 going for? Is that profit? That's what it looks like. Like I said, I don't have a dog in the fight.
No.
This is completely up to these guys.
No.
We've had other events that have
Come in and ask this.
had us come in and
Yeah.
ask, and then they were well into the black, and it's, well, what are you going to do with that money? Because it can't just sit there. It's given for a use.
Yeah.
And we don't want to necessarily fund your profit.
Yeah,
We want to help
no.
fund your event so you make it happen. We'd be glad to help you, we'd make sure
Yes.
that thing goes through without a hitch. It's just, we don't want to
So
give you
these,
too much.
in my opinion, these shows have to make some kind of money in order to keep going. Because if you're breaking even and starting over at zero every single year,
It's not worth doing.
it's not worth doing. And my committee, we're already to the point where we don't care one way or another sometimes on if we're going to do this again, because it does take almost an entire year of planning and getting out in front of people and getting sponsors lined up and everything. We're having to have our contract labor booked 6 to 8 months ahead of time just so we can get them. Otherwise, holding off kind of as late as we have already, I think we're going to be fine, but there may be a few holes that we have to go and replace for this year. I don't know yet, but like I was saying, this expense deal does not show everything. Our budget actually has the golf tournament included into it because it's all one thing, I guess, because we're selling it as one thing, 2 events for one price. So our budget shows the golf tournament, which is about $6,400, and then we also have a couple of bounty bulls that I did not list in here because I'm out of room to place things in the budget list. So, and we have another expense which we have about $700 wrapped up in. We have a bunch of things donated to it as well, but last year it was somewhere around $700. We do like a hospitality dinner like that Thursday night for all of our contract personnel coming in. it kind of keeps them happy and wants them to come,
Right.
makes them want to come back, you know. So I mean, there's several expenses still not in here that will take up that 11,000.
Well, I think we're just we're tasked with being good stewards of this
Yep.
money,
Yep.
you know, and so we gotta understand before we vote on it, what it's all going for. And we have a budget too.
Yep.
You know, we have a budget about what people asked for last year, and that's kind of how we set up our structure for the upcoming year. So, you know, we're just trying to make sure that we understand.
Of course,
So,
of course.
anyway, I don't want you to feel like it's 20 questions.
Oh, no.
You know, so, anyway, but, okay.
We've got it, that this could be looked at by an outside party.
An
Somebody
auditor or
requests
something,
it.
yeah.
I mean, freedom of information, they can see this stuff. So if they look at it, and they don't understand that, well, this is extra money, where did it go? And they have a right to ask. I mean, it's tax money.
And
So,
Megan's getting it in the notes.
so it's
So,
just one of those things we gotta have to watch
Yep.
for, so.
Yep.
But yeah, no, don't think we're trying to
No.
pick you
yeah,
down.
no, we're not. We're just trying to understand.
Yeah, because
So.
we don't want to get ourselves in a pickle either with
Mhm.
So,
upset.
and we've had other events that have come and have been making a profit, and, you know, we've just reduced the request a little
Yeah.
bit, you know, so that, to where we felt comfortable
Mhm.
with that, so.
Yeah.
um,
I wish this thing made tons of money so I didn't
Yeah.
have to come back, you know, but it's
Your-
not
your
reality.
Sponsorships and donations, you have a 35,000. Has that been the average that you've had each
That's the
year?
most we've ever raised. In the 18 years I've done this. Now we've been able to increase a couple thousand maybe each year as we've been going, but that 35,000 is the most we've ever raised.
That's because it's a good event, that's why you're raising more money on
We're-
the
we're-
sponsorship end, yeah.
So, I mean, that's good.
Yeah.
So, I'm just curious
So.
if that was an average or if that was slowly getting to that point, and
Yep.
that's a good sign.
Yeah,
It's been a
it's
long
good
process, but
Yeah.
and
Every event like this takes time
yeah,
to get following, and then it gets bigger, it gets more notarized, you start to see it.
mhm.
I have a question. Will you have concessions there that you will make money off of, or is that just something you'll just bring in like a food truck or something?
We've gone to having the food trucks.
Okay.
Our
That's what I
committee
thought, but-
is stretched pretty thin come showtime, so we
Yeah.
just don't have the manpower to do something like that.
I think last year was the food trucks on the side, weren't there with the vendors?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, that's right, they were inside.
Yeah.
There, I remember that. I went out
It
there.
was actually kind of handy.
I went out there and got pizza.
Yeah.
All right. Other questions for Justin?
Well, I noticed we gave you 31,000 last year. And I would be comfortable with doing that again. It kind of splits the difference in what's left over, I think. Because, I mean, like I said, you need something in case you have unexpected expenses and, you know, you have to pay your people. And, I mean, I get all that. I would make a motion to fund the bull budget for $31,000.
A second.
I'll second.
Scott?
Yes.
Carrie? Linda?
Yes. Okay. Thank you, Justin.
Thank you.
Awesome. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me.
Are there any remarks from the committee members?
No.
Sorry for overstepping my bounds there.
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
good.
no, and
No.
that's the same, I mean, we had it like, you gotta go. Okay.
Well, let's
All
adjourn.
right, I adjourn.
Okay, thanks.